Welcome everybody. Today we're going to introduce to you all our brand new and rebuilt WeMind software. We've completely changed the design to make it even more user-friendly and to help you get more and more out of your EMDR session. The basic features are the same, but we improved it a lot and completely changed the design. So as a therapist and a client, you still go to the same website to connect. It's we-mind.app. But we also introduced a feature where you can share a link as a therapist with your client. And if your client clicks on the link, you're automatically connected. So you don't have to tell each other the session ID to connect. Just click on the link and you're good to go. It's multi-language, English, Dutch, and more languages will be added pretty soon. And as a therapist, you still log in with your own account to connect with your client. So let's log in. I can start my EMDR session, and now on this screen I can fill in the session ID for my client as I always did. So how it worked previously still works. So you can fill in the session ID as you always did. So the client tells you the session ID, but we introduced a new feature where I as a therapist can share a link, a URL link with my client. And if my client clicks on the link, you will be automatically connected with each other. So fill in the session ID as you always did, or connect by sharing a link. Now it generates a shareable link here. I can copy this link and I can send that via the email or any other program to my client. And if my client clicks on the link, I'm automatically connected. So as you can see right now here, it's still red because my client did not click on the link yet, but I will show you how that works. If I open a new tab and paste that link I just copied in here, it will explain the visual and the audio task to me as a client. So what you're now seeing is the client view. I can press on the link and I'm connected. As you can see, it's green. So this is the client view. As a therapist, I can now see that I'm connected. It turned green because my client clicked on the link, right? So this is the therapist, this is the client. I will explain all the basic features. We have completely redesigned and built our video call system. I would you all encourage to try it out. If I press this button and allow it, same as on the client, if I allow it, it will show the video call here. Now I'm the client and the therapist. I can hover myself around, so I can hover myself to place it here. And we would have a video call with our client. Okay, that's how that works. We have introduced a brand new feature where you can register the SUD and the FOC. So the SUD works mainly as it always was. So let's say you start with a session, it's an 8, after a round it's 4, and after another round it's 1. It registers the SUD. I can rename it as I want, save it. And I can copy my SUDs here and paste it. So it's copied to my clipboard when I click here, and I can paste it in my notes part here. So now the SUD is registered. The same works with the FOC. So we added not only the SUD, but also the FOC slider. Let's say it starts at 4, and now it's a 5, 4, 5. And I want to copy this as well, paste it in my system. I can also, instead of using 1, I can do the FOC in here. I can save it and I can register the FOC. Like I can register the SUD here and the FOC here, and then copy this in my system as well. So it's up to you. We've also introduced a tips part where we give you some tips on how to get most out of your EMDR session. It is basically a tips and tricks document where we help you with the settings, when to do what, how to use exposure, how to use the working memory tasks, how the AI works, and we really try to help you get most out of it. So it's the notes and the tips part. And of course, this is the client view, what we're seeing right now. As you can see, this is what the client sees. But we've also added the ball speed slider, more prominent in the admin panel. So this slider is always visible. So this slider, the ball speed, correlates to this, of course. As you can see, this slider correlates to the ball speed slider. It's the same. And with the colors flickering, I would still see how my client is responding on the visual and audio task. So this helps you. And in the tips protocol, we explain what the colors mean and what you can do with them. Let's start with the different tasks. The EMDR tasks and the settings are on the left side. You can collapse them by clicking on them. So if I want to open the visual task, I just click on it. I still toggle the task on and off by pressing the on and off toggle. So let's say I want to start the visual task, I toggle it on. I also want to do the audio task, I toggle it on. And also want to do the distraction, I toggle it on. Now you see with the green dots here that all the 3 tasks are on. What it also does, let's toggle them off and show you how it works. Let's say I want to start manual, 25% horizontal. I just started, and now, as you can see, the ball goes from left to right. Let's pause it. When I put it on the adaptive AI mode, it will go faster or slower based on the unique performance of your client. The AI is measuring and registering how your client is doing, and it will intensify the program based on the performance of your client. So let's put it on adaptive, make it go random, and start the EMDR task. Let's switch to here. I press the arrow key down every time the ball changes from a ball into a cylinder, and you would see that it goes faster and faster. Normally you do a trial round with your client to see how fast he or she can handle, and after a minute or so, this slider is up. It started at 25%, it's already at 38, and this will go up until the sweet spot for your client. So play around with the settings. You can add the audio sound as well. What I then do is press the arrow key down for the visual task. So when the ball changes from a ball to a cylinder, and press the space bar when you hear that audio tones. You're doing left and right. So we're going to show that as well. Here, audio tone, space bar, right hand arrow key down when the ball changes from a ball into a cylinder. As you see, it's a bit too fast for me, or it was registering how I did, and I saw a red flickering and I saw also a yellow flickering, so that means that there was no click or I was too late. You can also change the backgrounds here on the settings. We're going to add more and more backgrounds in the upcoming period. And last but not least, the exposure part. You can use exposure in EMDR. You can upload any type of video, audio or image to your client. So if you have a photo of a person or a situation or an area on your computer, you can upload it and stream share it with your client directly. We will not save that image, of course. We don't process that image. It's like screen sharing as you do on Zoom as well. Or use our Move library with a preset of videos, photos to help you with exposure. Let's say the exposure images, I want to have a gun in my exposure box. I can preview it here on the left side. So now if I play it, it's previewed here. But if I want to show this to my client, I toggle the stream to client on yes. So now you see it's really small. So my client would see it really small, as you would see here. My client sees it small. I can make it bigger by here, making it bigger, or I can make it full screen as I want, and I can overlay the EMDR tasks over it. So we're doing EMDR while seeing the image. So this is a really nice feature that gives you a lot of freedom as a therapist, because it can be something triggering, it can be something calming, it can be something really personal, because you can upload any type of photo yourself. It can also be a video. So let's say we want to have a video of hospital intensive care. I click on it. I want to preview it first, so I will toggle it off. I hear it, I see people walking into the intensive care unit. Pause it here. Now I want to start smaller, stream it to the client. So now it's this big. As you can see, it's this big. Let's say I want to make it full screen. It's this big, and I will overlay the EMDR task over it. and I can start the video here as well. Okay, so it's with audio, it's video, it's up to you as a therapist how you want to do this. So this is the basic overview of the app. Just let us know what you think. If you need help onboarding the new system, reach out to us and we're happy to help. And good luck with using this in your own clinical practice. Thanks.